Yo, what's going on, guys? So, I want to go over everything that happened today. So, if you watched the video last night, I mentioned I thought we were still bullish here. Remember, I thought we could get some kind of pullback overnight into like an hourly FEG or something. And look what happened. We got a pullback into an hourly FEG. If you look at this right here, draw your 50%. Look at that. We got 50% on the hourly overnight, just as expected. And then what? Right back to all-time highs. And then I said ES would pretty much follow up and keep running towards that 5300 level. You see, it took that out today. So um, what I'm looking at going into uh, tomorrow or tonight, I think we can get some kind of move up, maybe up to either this hourly or this hourly FEG up here. There's also a nice 15 minute FVG that's kind of tucked in here. I would like to see price get up here. I can't see it could it we could leave this 15 and this hourly FVG as like a breakaway gap, or we could get a move up. The reason I like it is because if you look at this, right, you got relative equal lows here. Now I see these relative equal lows makes me not think we can get up there, but maybe these get saved as a target. But I would like to see some kind of 50% up here to this 15-minute and this hourly, and that will tell us a lot for what's going to happen going into tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's Friday. We'll see. We've already had a pretty good range on the week, so got to be careful of chop too, right? But when we're expecting, like you see, we finally got like a structure break on the hourly to the downside here. You know, this where you expect some kind of 50% up, and then maybe back down. And then and then we'll see if we have like a bigger sell model on our hands. But also you got to remember if you watched the morning video today, I said I wanted to pull back and down into this 4 hour as well. And you see we got that, and now you see how this is kind of holding price right now. So maybe this 4 hour holds to kind of send us up into this 15 hour and hourly, and then we'll see what price does. If we end up inversing this, then oh, wrong chart there. If we end up inversing this, I think we're still bullish here, and this is just a small pullback. If we come up and reject it, I'm going to be looking for so say we come up here, hold this 4 hour, 50% up to the 15 minute, then I think we're coming down to about here at minimum. Why here? 4 hour 50% sits right here at 476 would be my next target for possible longs. The only thing is, remember we broke the SMT. Remember what I told you guys yesterday? ES took all-time highs, and Q has now taken all-time highs as well. So the SMT is now broke. But look what happens as soon as we take that high again. This has been a constant thing with NQ. Took all-time highs, we got a nice pullback right here. Take all-time highs again, get a nice pullback. Take all-time highs here, get a nice pullback. Take all-time highs, pullback. All-time highs again. We'll see if we get some kind of 50% down as well. Another thing worth noting on the daily, I forgot to start with the daily. We now have a daily fair value gap sitting here. So, I mean, even like a pullback. Look, so even a pullback, when the market opens here, even a pullback into here, 50% would put us in this daily FEG and that big 4 hour that we left from FOMC, and then maybe we can get some kind of longs from there. I think that's best case as well, unless we show like displacement through that 15-minute that I just showed you up here. So that's really just what I'm watching going into tomorrow. Pretty simple. Just watch the hourly above, and then watch this 4 hour below. If we start displacing through this 4 hour, then obviously we're probably gonna go down to 476 out here on this 4 hour 50%, right? So watching that. Other than that, ES, we'll look at that quick. Same thing. It's got a 4 hour down here that it hasn't even tapped into yet. It's obviously the same one. The same big one is NQ. Let's see where 50% sits there. 50% lies about 52.77. ES obviously a lot stronger than NQ, so I would expect NQ to get to 50% first, and then we'll see what happens if NQ keeps slicing through, then ES is going to keep on going, pulling down as well. So that's ES. ES also put in a daily fair value gap as well after taking new all-time highs too. So just gotta be careful. This kind of looks a little bit sketchy. It's starting to look a little sketchy, but I'm not calling bearish. I'm not shorting this market right now. Nothing says to short this market. If you know, if you're grabbing puts or you're shorting just because the market's too high, then you're just straight gambling. And I don't think that's a very smart approach to the market here. But this is some nice LRLR to the downside on the daily if we ever start breaking this down. But nothing I'm shorting for right now. But just something I've got noted in the back of my head. Um, One more thing that I want to show you. I want to show you. Remember this morning, right? I always talk about the Asia range and the London range, but I use the Asia range to get at least one target for the day, right? I always look for 2.5 standard deviations, either up or down, depending on what London shows us. Today it was obviously up, and then look, every day we always hit at least 2.5 standard deviations of the London range. Look where we hit today. We hit 2.5. If you actually add this perfectly, if we add the -3, look where we stopped today, right at the third standard deviation of the Asia range. Shows you how important the Asia range is, especially when it comes to the New York session, right? And then look what happens. London takes out the high. We get a little 50% pullback. New York goes up, takes all-time highs, and then look where NQ ends the day. Ends up taking out. So look at that. The whole day involves taking Asia highs, and then we end it with taking Asia lows, right? Just absolutely textbook the way that it's drawn up in the ICT world. Um, so I sh- I w- so oh I, for, I'm sorry, I want to show you guys one more thing there. Also, this is how another reason to see and prove that like this price is not random. It's not buyers or sellers. It's the algo, right? So look at 2.5 today. Where does 2.5 lie? If we can draw it right here, 691. What was important about 691? 691 was our last all-time high, right? Right here, 691 line up perfectly with that Asia high price, not random, right? It just makes sense. Oh, like Asia high, Asia session is always going to deliver 2.5. Oh, all-time highs are sitting right at that exact same price in a 18, almost 19,000 point index. Just absolutely wild. So I just want to show you guys that. I'm going to make a video here in a little bit showing uh, how I like get entries to the Asia 2.5 and whatnot. But that's been my new little thing that I've been working on here. So I think I've rambled enough now. Unless you guys want to see anything with price today. So price today, obviously just choppy, right? I mean, this was nasty. There's nothing to even talk about here. And then we go up. We get a failure swing. We do leave relative equal highs up here. I did forget to mention this. We did leave relative equal highs up here with the all-time highs. If we inverse that 15-minute that I showed you right here, then I think we're going back up to there. But just, I mean, if you just look here, if you look on the 1-minute chart, just beautiful, right? We got 50% up, 50% up, another 50% up here. Look, 50% up to this 1-minute FEG. Boom, right back down, right? So just 50% looked it worked again wonderfully today. A bunch of good inverses here you could have taken. Like I said, I was busy a good portion of today, but this one really stands out to me. Look at this 1-minute inverse down. We get to close, we get the retest, then right down to the two of these lows we go. Just great ways you can use that. Inverse is a great strategy. Other than that, really got nothing else, guys. I think we should get some kind of maybe relief move up, and then we'll see what we get. But yeah, we left these relative equal lows down here as well, down here at the 18,552 level. So keep an eye on that. With that, hope you guys have a great evening, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow for a fun Friday. So, peace.